Feel like I just saw y'all. Well, welcome back. And today is a very, very special day for us as an organization. We get to welcome Caleb Wilson and Dailyn Swain. Obviously, this draft process was a great one. It fell our way. We got the guys that we targeted and guys that we feel like are going to help push this organization in the right direction. Don't want to speak too much, but more than anything, I just want to just kind of share my thoughts on the type of guys they are and the character that they have. Because, you guys are going to ask them a ton of questions about the basketball piece, and I'm not going to speak to that. I just think that they are of the utmost high character, highly competitive people. And I'm going to keep on preaching that. It sounds like I'm beating the same drum, but that is extremely, extremely important to us. And their work rate, just who they are, their families. I can't thank y'all enough for, raising, these two young men. And it's just the start of something really, really special here. And I'll just go ahead and, open it up for questions and let you go ahead and, do what y'all have to do.
Joel Lorenzi with The Athletic. This is actually for Bryson. I've listened to these guys talk a bunch over the past week, especially after the draft, and it seems like they sort of have this emotional intelligence that's maybe unusual for guys their age. How much do you sort of measure that in the draft process, and when did you first detect that with either of these two?
Yeah, when you talk to people surrounding them, they all talk about how, intelligent they are, how emotionally intelligent they are. Their coaches speak really, really highly of them, and so that intel gathering process, it starts, really, really early, and you want to talk to as many people as you can. And when you start hearing that same theme, you know that you probably got, the right guy. So, yeah, they're just such great kids, and they're going to mean a whole lot to this organization, because I think they're going to be examples not just within this organization but also to the community of Chicago.
1 second, Julia, go ahead.
Julia Poe with the Chicago Tribune. Welcome both of you guys to Chicago. Obviously, this is a whirlwind experience, and then you kind of get into the summer, and that's where the real work begins. What kind of advice have both of you guys gotten in terms of how to make the most out of the time between now and Summer League?
The only advice I've got is to just take it day by day. Like you said, it's a whirlwind of time, and it's kind of hard to just sit back and breathe. But, we're here for basketball, and we're here to be winners and have a great culture and set the tone for this team moving forward. So just focus on basketball and keep that the main thing.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what Caleb said. Just trying to enjoy the moment. You only go through this process once, and living it day by day, but also keep the main thing the main thing. We're here to get this program going the right way. Start off in Summer League, so it's an everyday thing. It started yesterday. Me and Caleb got in the gym, so, we're trying to stay focused.
Casey Johnson with the Chicago Sports Network. Caleb and Dailyn, welcome to Chicago. There's a lot of new energy in this building. The guy sitting next to you is pretty new. There's a new coach. What is it kind of like to be on the ground floor of this kind of whatever this becomes?
It's crazy, honestly. It's not like a fresh start, and I feel like we have the things we need to be a great team, honestly. I know I'll step in and be a leader by leading by example and making sure that I get this city to back where it was. I'm really excited for the opportunity, and I feel like we have a great group of guys around us to make it happen. I'm excited to get to work, honestly. It's time to go.
For sure, I would say the same thing, just thankful, super excited for this opportunity. I think we have a great group, a lot of young guys who kind of share that same passion trying to get this thing going, especially with Bryson here. We had a long talk last night, so I think we got a lot of things in common, and we're all just super excited for the opportunity. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Wow.
Cody Westerlin with The Score. For both the players, just how do you kind of envision being used in the Bulls offense, and what has Tiago said about that so far in whatever early conversations you've had?
For me, I just envision being able to play. I feel like I'm just a basketball player. I'm going to do what it takes to win. So getting the rebound, pushing it, creating, initiating transition, making sure I'm a good screener, coming off ball screens, just doing what it takes to be a good basketball player. I mean, I try not to box myself into a role, and that's kind of how Tiago envisions it as well. Just making sure you have the opportunity to play basketball kind of freely, but within a little bit of structure.
Yeah, I mean, going off that, it's kind of hard to envision exactly what it looks like for you, especially at the next level in the NBA. And like he said, I think I kind of hang my hat on being able to be versatile and do a lot of things. So whatever's asked of me from coach, especially starting off in summer league, whether it's like being more on the ball, being a wing, playing in transition, whatever is needed, I think I just envision being on the court and having a Bulls jersey on.
Just for both the players, Will Gottlieb, CHGO. Building off of Casey's question, you guys have both talked about like being culture setters and bringing kind of a new energy here. I'm just kind of curious what it means to you to be able to be on the ground floor of that, as opposed to ending up with a team that's already got sort of a defined culture, a defined group. Just being the ones that can set the culture coming into the draft. What does that mean to you guys?
For me, it means a lot, honestly. You know, you only get one opportunity to make a first impression, and you only get one opportunity to do what I'm doing, have an NBA career. So, you know, I take every moment that I have seriously. I'm going to take every practice seriously, and knowing that, you know, it's only a limited amount of time. So, I mean, I know I'm going to be a leader who leads by example and making sure I try to come first in all the conditioning, testing drills, and do everything I can to be a leader that the people respect.
Yeah.
From WBEZ Radio. Congratulations. What has the last couple of days been like? The travel, coming here, coming to Chicago, having your family here, and knowing that this is now real.
Good.
I mean, it's a surreal feeling for sure. Going through the whole entire draft process, not really having a for sure feeling of where you'd go, but being able to play here, especially in a city like Chicago, you know, one of the greatest sports towns in the world. It's a blessing to have my family to the left of me watching me doing this. It still doesn't feel real sometimes, so I'm super grateful.
Sam Smith with Bulls.com for Caleb. What kind of rookie season do you expect to have and or anticipate having?
I mean, I expect to have Rookie of the Year, honestly. I mean, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do what it takes. I feel like the team is really good for me and how I envision to play. And I know I'm a hard worker, so whatever I need to fix and work on throughout the season and before the season, I'm going to work on it so I can be a great player.
We haven't seen a whole lot of you, and you didn't play in the tournament and missed a lot of the season, and I don't watch a lot of high school basketball, so I haven't seen you there. But I read something about your McDonald's game where they said, well, you know, you kind of didn't get the attention that some of the others got. And then kind of reading about this draft, it said, well, you know, the three guys on top, DeBonsa, Peterson, Boozer, you know, they're sort of more formed. And then the next guy, you know, he's got work to do. Do you sort of see a similarity that people maybe are underestimating what you can do and what you could bring?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, I played all of them though, so I mean, you know what happened when I played them. So I mean, it don't really matter. I don't really care about the media. I'm a competitor, and I get to play in the summer league too. So whatever need to be done to prove that I'm on the same level but I'm better, we'll do it.
Was that the motivation when you played Kansas earlier in the season, Duke later?
Honestly, I didn't have any motivation based on the person on the other side. It's about me. I mean, I'm just proving myself right.
Gavin Dorsey, Roundtable Sports. For Caleb, you previously said you want to be the greatest of all time. Bryson had said kind of maybe needing to temper some of those expectations, but how do you balance the confidence and expectations you have for yourself with the understanding that development in the NBA isn't always linear, and this is, you know, maybe a whole different game than you played in college?
I mean, I know it's a different game, and I know development isn't linear, but I mean, I got everything I need to be great, honestly. I'm extremely athletic. I have a game that translates to the NBA well. Everything that I need to work on is stuff that I can actually work on. It's not something that God has to give me because he's giving me everything I need.
Josh Friedman with WGN TV. Congrats to both you guys. Caleb, we've heard so much about your work ethic. Can you share any stories about where that started, who instilled that in you when you were younger?
Honestly, It started once I realized that I needed to do something with my life. I wasn't really a hard worker when I was younger. I probably didn't start like really taking basketball like specifically serious until I was around 14 years old. But once I really started to stick with it, I really started to work hard. And I just love the game, and I have a lot of fun with it. But like I want to be legendary and want to be remembered after I finish playing, and that's kind of what pushes me every day to be a great player.
Is there someone in particular that pushed you when you were that age?
I mean, my parents for sure, both of them. My dad more on the my athletic side, and my mom on the academic side.
Elias Schuster on the side right here. Just curious for both of you guys, you pride yourself on your versatility. Growing up, who were some of those players, maybe not one specific, but multiple guys you watched that you think helped shape your game?
I think for me, I was just a fan of the NBA. I wouldn't say at a young age I was like modeling my game after anybody. I didn't know how tall I'd be or, how I end up being. But I think, I had a late growth spurt, so I was like a point guard growing up. And then once I caught the height, I kind of worked on my downhill game and finishing at the rim. So it kind of just worked out for me, a little bit of luck, I would say. But I also worked on my game from a very young age. So I think that's kind of how it rounded out that way.
For me, I like to watch a lot of Jokic when I was young. That was probably like early high school, middle school for me. I wasn't really, which is funny, I wasn't really that much athletic when I was younger. So I used to watch him a lot because I feel like he could pass the ball really well, and that's something that I thought I could do well too. And then I like Giannis a lot too because his ability to play in transition and just make plays.
Hey guys, Jamal Collier from ESPN. Congrats to both of y'all again. Bryson, I wanted to ask you though, this is your these are first two players, draft pick that you sort of brought in here. Just how do you feel in this moment, kind of having them in the building, sort of being introduced to them? Or is there relief, excitement? Just kind of what are the feelings you've had, like finally getting through the draft process and getting two guys you said you targeted?
Yeah, it's exciting. It really is. It's surreal. Like first, just to be sitting here in front of y'all, as the EVP for the Bulls is a dream. And then for the draft to land in the way that it did, I just couldn't be more, happy, excited. They both are the type of, I say kids, but young men that we want in this building, that this community can be and will be, proud of. And, their versatility as basketball players, their skill sets as basketball players. I know like winning and being a great player is important to both of them. And just as, as great as they want to be as players, I want to be a great executive, and so those things align, and I could go on, but I'm just really, really excited.
Back-to-back questions for Bryson.
Okay.
We haven't had a chance to talk to you since the second round. I remember the day of the draft lottery when you moved up from 9 to 4. It was pretty clear, obviously 4 was better than 9, but it was pretty clear you were confident you were going to get somebody you liked regardless of where you were picking. So when you passed on 38, even before you went on the radio yesterday and explained your philosophy, I kind of read like, he didn't like anybody there, or the board was dried up. Kind of take us through what happened the second night of the draft. And I also noticed, I don't usually ask two questions in the same question, but I also noticed Cam Jones isn't fully guaranteed until June 30th. Is he a long-term answer or a long-term roster spot?
Yeah, starting with Cam. We're evaluating just the rest of where this roster is at. Obviously, we're at 12 roster spots. And we have a ton of flexibility going forward. And so we just want to make sure we maintain, that flexibility, going into the summer and keep our powder dry and, continue to have optionality, and then speaking to pick 38 and 56. Yeah, it's like as you're building out, your board, and I know I kind of spoke on this yesterday, but you do get to a point where what the targets that you have at that moment in the draft are not necessarily, guys that you feel comfortable in drafting. And if you could acquire future assets, you'll do that. And so that's just kind of where we drew the line. And and then we just proceeded, to kind of work accordingly. So, yeah, that's really what that was, and we're just fortunate that it fell in the way that it did.
It's kind of say the obvious, but just to hear you say it, if there was a player there you liked at 38,
Yeah.
you would have grabbed him.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, it doesn't mean that. Look, we signed some really good players after the draft, right? And as a part of that process, you kind of understand that, there's sometimes there would be guys that you can select there. There might be guys that you feel like they're going to fall undrafted, and you still get what you would have anticipated, at that pick. So, what we did after the draft, we're really excited about it as well.
Joel Lorenzi with The Athletic. This is for Caleb. I know we talked here about just new decision makers, new coach. Like, obviously, everything, there's a novelty to the situation, but before the draft, like, you had the D Rose pin. Like, you were superstitious about wanting to be here. Like, you kind of willed this. You wanted this to happen despite everything being so new and there not being a culture here. What was it about the infrastructure here or whatever you saw in pre-draft that made you want to be here?
Well, first, meeting with Bryson before and meeting with Coach Splitter before, I was able to see kind of their vision and what they expected out of me and what they expect out of the team, and I really aligned with it. But being a good team it has a big part to do with me. Like, if I want to make something happen, it's me. It's not the front office or anything like that. Like, it's me on the court making this stuff happen. So my whole thing is just find a group of guys that believe in me and are going to let me play, and I feel like that's all I really need, and that's what they told me they needed for sure. So that's how I felt it. And it's a great city and a great market, and I feel like the NBA is better when Chicago is good.
And just a quick follow-up. Obviously, this is supposed to be a rebuilding situation at this time. There's no telling how long that might last. Like, what traits do you feel like help you prepare for this? Have you sort of wrapped your mind around what this could look like over the next few years?
Honestly, I'm just trying to be as good as I can be. Whatever happens is going to happen. I'm going to develop, and I'm going to keep getting better, and whatever happens will happen. But, of course, I want to be a great team, so I'm trying to get that to happen as quick as it can.
Will Gottlieb, CHGO again. Dailyn, for you, it kind of was, I don't want to say obvious, but it was likely that the board was going to fall the top four the way that it did. But I'm curious about your pre-draft communication and workouts with the Bulls and with Bryson. How much did you communicate with them? Bryson has said you were a target of his. Like, how much did you kind of expect or think that this could be an option or a possibility for you?
I think the communication was pretty traditional, like the same with every single team. I came here, I got a chance to work out, I got a chance to meet him and kind of talk to him a little bit, do a few interviews, but it wasn't anything, extra than any other team. Some you go in for a visit, you don't work out, but I think here it was just the traditional, come work out, meet the people, see new faces, get a chance to showcase my talents, and I think I had a really good workout, one of my best ones, so just seeing the facility, seeing the people, kind of that new energy like you talked about, everything's, coming into place. I just, I like the vibe here. I definitely love the opportunity to play here. I didn't think, like, leaving out the workout, I'm going to get drafted by the Bulls, of course. But, it was great. I had a great day, so I'm happy it happened this way. And, yeah, that's pretty much how it happened.
Last couple ones from Sam Smith.
For Caleb, there's two. I think everybody appreciates confidence, personal assertiveness. But do you worry a little bit about, you've made some dramatic statements about wanting to be like, the best ever in the city where Michael Jordan played. It's kind of a bold thing to say.
No, I don't worry about it at all. Me saying I want to do something and me putting actions behind it and becoming a great player, all things that I feel like I'm capable of. Striving for something is something that we all do. Striving to be the greatest ever it is a bold thing to say, but that's what I'm striving for. I'm not striving to be an average or mediocre player, and if I was to tell you that, or anyone that wouldn't be good either. I'm striving to be the best player that has ever played the game, and I've been doing that for a long time. So I'm just going to keep doing that, and if I reach that goal, I do. If I don't, then at least I know I tried.
I wonder for Dailyn. Obviously, you know what happens during the draft, all the supposed experts. It's, you know, once everybody starts playing, doesn't matter. But the notion was, you know, on TV on draft night, well, you know, he's like overdrafted, or he wasn't expected. Were you surprised where you were picked? Did you expect to, you know, be selected kind of on the verge of the lottery? And, you know, because a lot of people hadn't heard that much about you coming into the last month, say.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think people just go off of whatever the narrative is when they just look up a mock draft. But if you really pay attention to all the media outlets, a lot of the range was different for me. I think I was one of the wide range guys. I wouldn't say I was surprised to go where I went. If I hadn't came here, I think I would have been selected really soon after, and that might have surprised people. So, I mean, I think it just added a chip on my shoulder when people say, like you said, overdrafted or whatever the case may be. It's just, you know, an added motivation piece and just to prove myself right, like Caleb says.